a year ago I was a cashier. Now I'm at Comic-Con and I work for, WEBTOON and doing a DC comic. It's super cool.
Hello, I'm Rosie Knight in the Den of Geek suite at New York Comic Con, and I'm here with Manou Azumi, the lead artist on the wonderful DC Webtoon comic Vixen NYC. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Thank you so much for being here. Could you talk a little bit about your journey from being an artist to being the lead artist on this really lovely and successful Webtoon DC comic?
So before I was just a hobby artist. Like I didn't go to school for art or anything. I taught myself from when I was like a little kid. I had tried to go to art school a few times, but it just didn't end up working out. So I want to say like it was like the beginning months of 2020. I set my mind to it to where I was like, I'm going to go to art school. So I applied for SCAD, got accepted, was all ready to go. The week that I was supposed to pay my enrollment fee, my city shut down because of COVID. Oh. And at the time, I was working as a cashier at PetSmart, and it was already busy. I was already working ridiculous hours. So I like saw the writing on the walls, like, well, they said it was going to be a month, but I was like, there's no way. Mm-hmm. So I just decided, okay, well, I'll just put school back down, and I know because I'm going to be working crazy hours, I'll just pick it up again next year. So when like the stimulus checks came out, I used a little bit of it and I bought some really good like college grade anatomy books. And when I was at the cash register, I would practice like when I was in between helping customers, I would practice my anatomy and like design some characters. And I was posting up my artwork on Instagram. There was one picture I did where I was doing like a test webtoon panel, like for like an original story, tagged webtoon in it, and the same day I got a message from one of the producers, Amani. She was like, hey, I saw your artwork, I really like it, I'm from webtoon, I'm working on this project, would you be interested? And at first I thought it was a scam. I was like, what is this? I was like, wait, no way, because I've been reading webtoons forever. I've always wanted to make a webtoon. So I was just like, you know what, let me take a leap of faith. And I contacted her. She sent me an NDA, and she told me the project was Vixen, and I was like, the Vixen from like DC. And so I did like a test comic for them. They picked me, and I've just been working on that. And like a year ago I was a cashier. Now I'm at Comic-Con and I work for Webtoon and doing a DC comic. It's super cool.
I love to hear it. That's such a wonderful story. I think so many of us have these passions, but we don't necessarily know how to translate them to a career. And so often it is just something like that, where you share your work and someone's like, whoa, that's really cool.
Yeah, the universe has said, it's your time
it's
now,
your
I guess.
time now. So what went into, the designs are so beautiful, and this visual world that you created for this story is so wonderful. What went into the planning? Once you'd gotten the job, how much kind of went into designing each of the characters, their looks, and shaping the visual world of Vixen NYC?
I'm really into alternative fashion and fashion from different countries. Normally what I design is usually I design like fantasy characters. So designing casual, characters was going to be a little bit hard for me. So I knew that I wanted them to have casual outfits, but not too casual, because I wanted them, give them a little spark. So I would just compile a bunch of images from like casual outfits you would see from Korea, from Japan, from Africa, France, different styles like alternative, skater, like dark academia, all kinds of things. And because I didn't know exactly what they would want for the terms of her outfit, I was just like, I will just design a bunch of outfits and they can pick which one they like. So Vixen, she actually had 12 different outfits that I designed, and I sent it to Mickey, my producer, and he and the art team just chose the one that they liked. So I just continuously did that. And then when it comes from like the characters that are like from Ghana, I wanted to add in some African print or something to tie them back to their culture. So I would just look up like popular things you would see like African celebrities wear, but I didn't want to just make it completely African. So I would like throw in little things like, oh, this type of jacket is really popular in Korea right now. Let me mix that with like an African print. Or, oh, I want this character to be wearing like an African like wedding jacket, but let me also add in like a traditional like European jacket. So then it gives it like a cool, you know, unique kind of look.
That's actually really wonderful to hear, because the truth about comics is like, yeah, there's a lot of costume design, but I feel like Webtoon is really a brilliant space to explore fashion.
Yeah.
So I love that they saw that and they picked the right person to explore that. Did you ever get to repurpose any of the costumes from the original designs later in the comic?
Because there was so many of them, I was just told like, hey, if you want to use one of the outfits for just like a different like everyday wear. So there are some episodes where you'll see her or any of the other main characters in different outfits, and they're just, you know, some of the outfits that I designed, because I just ended up designing so many. Not so much with like the suit, because when I designed the superhero outfits, because, you know, they're supposed to be iconic, so I haven't been able to use any of the other designs I did, because each one of them has I did about like 8 designs for each one.
Maybe one day someone will need an upgrade. Have you been lucky enough to sort of see any fan art or any representations of your character designs?
I've seen on TikTok, I've seen there's a community of like Black anime nerds and like comic book nerds, and I was surprised. There's a creator, I watch her a lot. She does a bunch of reviews, any like type of comic with like an African or like, you know, African American lead, and she did a whole episode on Vixen, and I was surprised, and I went to her YouTube channel and I like saw all these people in the comments saying all these nice things about it, and through her TikTok I saw people were doing hair tutorials, like how to do their hair like the main character, like Mario. I was just like, wow, this is super cool.
That's really wonderful. And your story is currently mid-season. What are you most excited about fans to discover as it goes forward?
Well, going forward, it's going to be more of Mari finally like stepping into her powers. There's also going to be a new character that's going to be introduced whose outfit is amazing. I love designing it, and there was so many debates on their colors because their outfit is so fabulous. And there's also going to be a crossover with Wayne Family Adventures, which is really cool.
I'm so excited for that.
I saw some preview panels, and it looks really, really good.